Hi everybody, Mischa here with Word of the Day, and there it is, vestigial. What does vestigial mean? Well, vestigial refers to the remnants and traces of physical structures and behavior from our evolutionary past that used to be necessary for our survival and no longer are. And this is true of humans and non-human animals. So think of it this way. You have a tailbone, but you don't have a tail anymore. That tailbone is a vestigial structure on your body that is just an echo of the past. Now, where does it come from? It comes from Latin vestigium, and the meaning of vestigium is really quite poetic. It means footprint, trace. Isn't that nice? Now, who brings this word vestigial into English? Well, his name is Henry Gray, and it happens in 1858. Let me tell you about this guy. He was a brilliant doctor. He was 26 years old. He's lecturing at St. George's Hospital and Medical School in anatomy already. He's the guy. And at this time, in the mid-1800s, it had only been a short time that scientists and doctors had bodies available to examine and to learn from. It hadn't been that long, so there really wasn't any affordable or easily accessible anatomy book for these young medical students. So Henry Gray goes to Henry Van Dyke Carter, who was an illustrator and an artist, and says, why don't let's make an anatomy book for these guys. All right, that's what they do. And the word vestigial comes out in Gray's Anatomy, still in print. Now, how do we use vestigial today? Very, very easy. How about this? Until fairly recently, we thought that the appendix was just a vestigial organ that was no longer useful. But as it turns out, it looks like it's a reservoir for beneficial bacteria. There you go. And how about this for Women's History Month? If you've ever held a baby and they grab your finger, you know that grip, and that baby isn't going to let go. That's called the Palmer reflex, and it is a vestigial behavior from our evolutionary period when, and here's where women's history comes in, when the baby had to hang on to ma, no matter what, as they loped through the jungle or forest or wherever they were. And finally, my own personal vestigial story. When I first took biology, I was so happy when I found out that at some point in the human development, we have gill slits, which means, yes, at some point we must have been able to breathe underwater. And I was happy because my earliest dreams are underwater and I can breathe. And I was always so disappointed when this vestigial gift disappeared when I woke up. So that's a vestigial thing too, those gill slits. So listen, try using the word in the comments. I'd like to see what you come up with, especially if you decide to get figurative instead. Okay, see you tomorrow.